Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I've got another pregnancy update for you, and today I'm going to do my 18-week pregnancy update. I hope I'm in focus this time. I'm not going to have to re-record. I think I am. It's very hard to see because you're quite far away, but we're going to get on in. So yes, if you are new to my channel and you like pregnancy videos, clearly motivational videos, then please do hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to grow my channel. Would love to have your help and support and to join this wonderful little community I have here on YouTube. So let's get on in. So what is happening at week 18 and the baby? So by week 18 your baby is the length of 14.2 centimeters and weighs around 6.7 ounces. Your baby is busy growing bigger and your baby's weight will increase about 6-fold over the next months. This happens in case of twins as well. Your baby is practicing breathing with the amniotic fluid and its chest is moving in the rhythm as it's breathing air. Your baby's hearing has now developed so that it can hear the sounds coming from outside the womb much clearer. Your baby's immune system is busy preparing for life outside the womb. A protective coating of the nerves called myelin is now being produced. An ultrasound done at this point would be able to detect any structural abnormalities. Your baby's umbilical cord is growing and continuing to support your baby's growing needs. So lots happening. It says about the mum, you may get some dizziness or faintness as your sort of blood flow increases. You may even notice an increase in saliva, but not all women experience this. I haven't experienced more saliva, and I didn't in my first pregnancy either. You can have dry skin and rashes may occur. You may also develop the so-called mask of pregnancy, where you get like that blotchy patches on like the face. Which thankfully I haven't had yet, but I have watched lots of videos where people have got that. They normally do go away after you've had your baby. You will continue to be gaining weight. You may feel sudden movement just below your belly button, which is due to your little one waving its little arms and legs. So there we go, that is baby. So now on to myself. This week has actually been pretty good. I haven't had anything too sort of strange going on. My body is definitely growing a lot faster in this pregnancy, and I have found that a little bit more challenging. Definitely with the clothes that are just not fitting me. I do think it's just because it's summer now, and summer clothes are normally a little bit tighter than winter clothes, so it's harder for me in this pregnancy to sort of dress myself without having to buy more clothes. I have ordered a couple of maternity items. I was hoping they'd be here by now so that I could put them in the video, but they're not, so I will put them in next week's video for you as well if you're interested in some maternity wear that I've picked up as well. I haven't bought very much, just a few little items that I thought would be really handy throughout the summer. One of the big things that happened this week, and it is definitely a controversial topic, but I actually had my COVID vaccine this week, and that is because I have asthma and also pregnant, so I'm quite high risk if I get it, I believe. So my midwife called me and was like, you must get it, and I did, and it was all fine. I went in, they gave me my vaccination, and they just said that you might have a sore arm for a little while. They made me wait for sort of 30 minutes after just to make sure everything was okay because I'm pregnant, so they were really sort of making sure that I didn't have any reaction to it. And then I went home, and the only symptom that I had from my vaccine was that my arm literally felt like it had been stabbed. So for like 2 days my arm was very, very sore, and I could hardly lift it up, and I couldn't lay on that side, which is quite annoying because it was my left side and you're supposed to lie on your left side when you're pregnant. But otherwise, absolutely fine, no reactions, didn't get a fever, didn't feel unwell. I will obviously update you when I have my second dose, but this particular dose was absolutely fine. Which one did I have? I had the, is it the Moderna vaccine, because that one's apparently okay for when you're pregnant. So that's the one I had, and it all went fine, and I'm actually really relieved that I've had it now, because it's just a little bit safe. It doesn't stop you getting COVID obviously, but it stops you getting like the really severe symptoms, and it obviously helps stop spreading as much as well. So I'm really, really happy that I have received it, and it's just quite a relief. that we might be moving forward to going back to like normal life. I mean, I haven't seen my family for, well, what is it now? It's June, so it's what, 16 months, so a year and 4 months I haven't seen my family because they haven't been able to come to Sweden. So they haven't seen Otto since he was 1. His birthday was when they last saw him, and that was when he turned 1, and he's now 2 and 4 months. So a lot has been missed. So I'm really hoping that once everyone's been vaccinated, things will start opening up and we can all just start to see each other again. And hopefully by the time this one comes as well. So yeah, that is what, like, the big thing that happened this week, and I am actually really relieved that I've had it done. In regards to like baby's movement, I haven't felt like real big sudden movements yet. I have had little flickers on my tummy and you can see it sort of moving, and my husband has felt those as well, but they're not as frequent as I'd like them to be, just for like reassurance reasons. And I'm sure that you're probably feeling the same way if you're sort of pregnant, that once you start feeling your baby kicking on a regular sort of basis, it just gives you that reassurance that everything's okay. I keep sort of prodding my tummy, hoping that it will sort of get the baby moving a little bit. It's not as moving as much as I was like hoping. I'm only 18 weeks, so I can't be too fussy about it because that's still quite early on. But I'd like the little one to get moving a little bit more, just so that I can get the reassurance. I do have my 20-week scan in a couple of weeks time, so hopefully then I'll just get the reassurance. I think it's because since like you get your 12-week scan to like your 20-week scan, it just feels like such a long period, even though it's going really quickly. It's just, I would really love to have like a scan like every week just to make sure everything was okay. Obviously that's a bit extreme, but I'm sure that anyone that's in my boat would feel the same way. I know that I said about having cravings for like pizza and stuff like that. I haven't really had any cravings this week at all. Actually, my appetite has gone back down to sort of not being overly hungry that often. I do like to sort of have smaller meals, like little snacks as I go along the day, rather having like a big meal. But I haven't had to like at all eat as much as I was obviously in my first trimester, where I seem to have to keep eating. And yeah, the bump is definitely growing a lot faster this time. I don't think it's like huge, but it is big compared to my last pregnancy, where I literally didn't show till like past 20 weeks. And yeah, it's a bit like daunting because you don't want to put on too much weight, but you want to be healthy, and it's a hard juggle really, isn't it? Because my appetite has definitely gone down, but I still feel like I need to eat just to make sure that I'm staying healthy, if that makes sense. But otherwise it's all good, and I've been feeling really well. I am feeling still a little bit tired. I've had to have a few naps this week, which is obviously quite normal. Running around after a toddler and everything like that, you get quite tired. But yeah, feeling really good. And we've been outside a lot, and it's been quite warm outside, which is really lovely as well. I don't know if anyone else has this, but in our garden, if I go out, I get bitten by mosquitoes like within like seconds, which has never really happened to me before. And that sounds odd, but I've never been someone that gets bitten a lot, and no one else in my family seems to be getting bitten as much as I am. I don't know, maybe it's because of my extra blood that I have going through my body. They can like sense it. But anyway, I'm not enjoying that part that much, but yeah, I've been having a really nice week. I'd also really love to know about your symptoms down below, if we can help any other mummies out there who just would love to have a little bit of support. My journey, my pregnancies, I'm super duper lucky, I feel, and I don't have that many sort of horrible symptoms. And I think if you are someone that's feeling unwell or really uncomfortable, then it would be nice to sort of leave a comment and just say, you know, actually I'm actually having a hard time, because I think it's nice for other people to know that as well. But if you're like myself, who's having an okay time, just a little bit of discomfort here and there, then obviously I can sort of try and sort of support you as well. But there's not really much to say this week because really not much has happened, so I'm going to go straight on in and show you my bump. So this is my bump with clothes on. A little pooch just here. And then I will roll it up. I've got my shorts on as per usual. And as you can see, it's quite round now here. It's much fuller here this pregnancy than it was last pregnancy. It was more like here. It's definitely come out from here a lot more, and it's quite weird because I have actually felt like little kicks up here, which I'm pretty sure the baby should be down here. So I'm not sure what that is, like little twitches that my tummy sort of comes out. But anyhow, this is my belly from the front, and from the side and from the other side as well. So that is my 18-week pregnancy bump. It's always really exciting to see, and I really love sort of seeing it progress throughout the pregnancy. That's one of the sort of things I find really fascinating about pregnancy. But that's going to be it for this week's update. I'll obviously update you again next week. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe and leave me a comment below about where you are in your pregnancy, how many children you have. I'd love to get to know you a little bit more as well. And I will see you next time. See you later.